open. So the question is, Lamar under the most pressure in the NFL right now, Stephen A?
No, that would happen to be Dak Prescott. It's interesting because, when he played the way that he played this past weekend, I will remind everybody, Dallas Cowboys, we've seen it, what we've seen, sensational team. Have you seen them? I mean, you see Ezekiel Elliott running the football, Tony Pollard running the football, Dak Prescott throwing that football, even without Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Wilson, Schultz. I mean, the offense just dropping 40 like it's going out of style. Very impressive. And the defense no longer stinks, supposedly. I mean, they look like they stink against the pass, but they're definitely formidable against the run. You got Michael Collins on the edge. You got Trayvon Diggs in the secondary, okay? And again, DeMarcus Lawrence is going to come back. I mean, did you see Randy Gregory? I mean, these brothers can ball. So as a result of that, the expectations have elevated exponentially, okay? This is it. Jerry Jones ain't getting any younger. We understand that. That clock ticking. So he says, I wish Jerry Jones stayed around for years and years to come. I love that, man. But here's the deal. The bottom line is, when you look at them and the weapons that they have and all the pieces that they have in place, if you can't get it done now, when you going to get it done? When you going to get it done? I would tell you, Lamar Jackson's got some pressure. Not trying to alleviate that, not trying to act like it ain't. But when I think about who's under that microscope, really under that microscope, it would be Dak Prescott for me.
It absolutely would be, because you can't help yourself.
Yeah, because you have a twisted, beautiful mind.
And see, Molly, this is why I'm defensive about my Dallas Cowboy fans. It's not that we more nauseating than any other fan base. It's just that people pay attention. It's just that people pay attention to us more. Yeah. That's all it is.
Stephen is not used to sharing the shine.
Let's be honest about it. Let's be real about it, bro. I've had Bills fans last year when I was talking about how they were playing. I got death threats because I didn't think the Bills would be a Super Bowl contender.
Oh my goodness.
We can find the crazies in every fan base. I just said the Pittsburgh Steelers, we shouldn't be going have a parade about the Pittsburgh Steelers because they beat the Chicago Bears. Before that game, everybody said the Chicago Bears was terrible. Now the Steelers are a Super Bowl contender because they beat the Bears in the last second drive. Not you. I'm not saying you. But I'm saying if you want to go find nauseating and crazy, it's there for every fan base. I guarantee it. We just sit back in Dallas and we enjoy it because y'all pay attention to us more. That's why, first of all, for you to say Dak Prescott is under the most pressure, you out of your damn mind. We all know that that's Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay in LA based on all of the things that they've given up. I could take you a bit further. Carson Wentz and Frank Reich are under more pressure than Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys because of what they wanted to sacrifice. Stephen A., the truth about football is that they leveraged their future in order for a quarterback that was on the descent to come in, think that they were going, Indianapolis I'm talking about, think that they were going to fix him and go further in the playoffs. Don't even get me started on the Rams. They gave away Jared Goff. They gave away picks. They just gave away more picks for Von Miller. They gave away picks for Jalen Ramsey. I don't understand why it's not more pressure in L.A. to win a Super Bowl than it is for Dak Prescott in Dallas.
Then allow me to educate you.
I'm not going to allow you because I'm going to go to the question that's at hand. Okay. Is Lamar Jackson under the most pressure in the NFL? You damn right he is from a football context because he's the only reason his team is 6-2. That's why Lamar Jackson, when it comes to in between the white lines on game day for 3 hours playing against the opponent, he is the guy that has to do more for any other player in the NFL for his team to have a chance to win football games. And it's not even close. And you can get it. Go ahead and retort with whatever you go say.
I will retort, but you will be respectful on this show. You understand?
Well,
I am the patriarch of the show. You the young big junior. You watch your tone. That's number one, okay? Number two.
I got you, OG.
Number two, all right, young G. Number two. The very argument you made about Lamar Jackson is what alleviates some of the pressure. Again, if I'm saying he's under no pressure, that's foolhardy. If I'm saying that he's not under the most pressure, that's reasonable. Here's why. Because in the end, we're able to defer to the conditions under which he works. Because he's that Lone Ranger, because he's asked to do so much, because he's carrying the Baltimore Ravens on his back, in the event that he doesn't get it done, inevitably we go back to Harbaugh and the Ravens organization and the absence of help you have provided him as an excuse to diminish, the level of momentum that would be thrown in his direction.
And
Carson
say, one
Wentz.
second. I hate to cut you off. 1 second.
Go ahead.
Let's just contextualize, though.
Sure.
Because when we talk overarching pressure,
Okay.
I still don't agree with you that it's Dak. I think it's Matthew Stafford.
All right,
When we talk about on the field,
Right.
as far as pressure to deliver every single Sunday,
Yeah,
it's
but that's
Lamar
not what
Jackson,
I mean.
bro.
But I'm sorry, I get your point. I'm talking about overall. In the end, if you don't get it done, who we pointing the finger at?
Okay,
That's all I mean. That's
okay.
my definition of the pressure. I understand what you're saying in all seriousness. I understand what you're saying. I get that point. But that's the difference between the definition of pressure as we're looking at it. I'm looking at it as if it doesn't happen, who we gonna look at?
Okay.
Now, we go to Matthew Stafford in L.A. I got news for you. If you said Sean McVay, you got me beat. Because of all of those changes that have been made, because of the division between him and Jared Goff, because of their willingness to get the quarterback that he wanted in Matthew Stafford and what we know he's capable of. So if you're talking to me about no, it's not Dak, no, it's not Lamar, it's Sean McVay, I got you. But I'm talking about players. And when you look at Matthew Stafford has never won a playoff game in his career. Ever. He's never won a playoff game. And so what I'm saying, what I'm saying is his skills are big time. I don't blame him. I blame the Detroit organization. I love Matthew Stafford. I'm simply making the point that if this brother plays the way that he plays, but for some reason other pieces don't work and the Rams lose, we might look at it. We're gonna look at Sean McVay.
Okay.
We're not gonna look at him. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.